What's up, you beautiful beasts? In this video, I'm gonna ruffle some feathers. There's gonna be a lot of people that are pissed off at me, but that's okay. We have to talk about something that's been twisted, misunderstood, and used to shame people who are just trying to feed themselves. All foods fit. Yeah, I said it. Even the ones you've been taught to fear, even the ones with drive-thru windows, colorful packaging, and ingredients that you can't pronounce. Even the cookie you ate when you were stressed, or the takeout you grabbed when you were too tired to cook. All foods can play a role in a healthy life when we look at health as a whole picture instead of just what's on the plate.
Disclaimer: I am not a registered dietitian, but I am an NASM certified personal trainer, certified nutritionist, and master neurotransformational results coach. I believe food is nourishment, not punishment. This space is about feeding your body, not fighting it, backed by science and built on curiosity, compassion, and connection, with room for both nutrient-dense meals and joy-filled snacks. This content is for education and reflection, not prescription. If you have a medical condition or eating disorder, please connect with a registered dietitian, doctor, or qualified specialist. You deserve to feel safe with food, and that starts with learning to listen to your body, not silence it.
What all foods fit actually means. Okay, so let's clear this up right now. Saying that all foods fit doesn't mean nutrition doesn't matter. And it doesn't mean eat whatever, whenever, and throw your body under the bus. It means food isn't moral. You're not good for eating a salad or bad for eating fries. You're not worthy because you meal prepped or unworthy because you got DoorDash. You're not winning or failing at health because of a single food choice. Food is just one part of your health adventure, not a scoreboard. And one cookie, one comfort meal, one fast food run on a hard day, that's not going to make or break your health because you don't lose your progress or your self-worth because you ate a burger. That's not how health works. Your body isn't grading your choices like it's a test. It's responding to the patterns you live in, not the exceptions you needed to survive. So, can fast food actually be healthy? Yes. Not because it's packed with superfoods or sprinkled with Himalayan pink salt harvested by moonlight, but because sometimes it supports the realest parts of your health, your mental load, your finances, your relationships, your time, and your ability just to keep going. Picture this. You've had a brutal day. You're overstimulated, underfed, exhausted, and broke. You hit the drive-thru. You feed your kids. You stay on budget. You go home and actually get to sit down, breathe, and exist as a human for 5 minutes. That's not failure. That's a function. That's care. That's health. And sure, some fast food places do offer options that are higher in protein, fiber, or veggies. And if those sound good and feel supportive to your body in that moment, awesome. But if they don't, if what you really need is something comforting, convenient, and satisfying, that's valid too. You're not more worthy because you ordered the grilled chicken instead of the cheeseburger. And you're not less healthy because you didn't force yourself to choose the salad. It's not about what's in the wrapper. It's about what it gave you the capacity to do next. The real health threat? It's not the fries. Here's what your body actually struggles with. Chronic stress. Not the sandwich, not the soda, not the cookie. The real health threats are the shame spiral after eating something bad, or the perfectionism that keeps you in the all or nothing mode, the undereating, overexercising, overthinking loop, and the guilt that makes you restrict until you binge. Those patterns, they impact your hormones, digestion, mood, immunity, metabolism, and energy far more than a fast food meal ever will. So if a drive-thru run means less stress, less guilt, more peace, and more capacity to function or connect with the people you love, that's a health-aligned choice. Let's stop acting like nutrition is more important than mental health. It's not. It's just part of the equation, but it doesn't cancel out everything else. Health is a pattern, not a performance. See, this is where people get stuck. They think one off meal throws everything out the window, that if they eat fast food once, it ruins all of their progress. And that's not how our bodies work. Health is not a single meal. It's not a performance, and it's not about proving you can eat clean for 30 days without messing up. Health is a pattern. It's about what you do most of the time, not what you do on your most exhausted, overstimulated, trying to survive kind of Tuesday. And real health doesn't require perfection. It requires flexibility and grace. Real life, all foods fit moments. So let's ground this in real life because this isn't just about theory. These moments are just as valid, just as healthy, and just as important as any homemade kale salad. Maybe you only had $8 to get through the day, so you grabbed a burrito that filled your stomach and kept you going. That's health. Maybe you were deep in a depressive episode and all you could manage was boiling water and making instant ramen. That's health. Maybe you ate a Lunchable in your car between back-to-back meetings, not because it was ideal, but because it was what you had and it kept your blood sugar stable. That's health. Maybe you said yes to birthday cake without overthinking it, without bargaining with yourself, without earning it through exercise. You were present and you felt joy. That's health. Maybe you were dealing with pain or fatigue, and you ate the sandwich someone else made because it was the easiest path to getting some fuel into your body. That's health too. These aren't slip-ups. They're not cheats. They're examples of food fitting into your actual life. And when food supports your capacity to function, rest, connect, or survive a hard day, it fits. Full stop. But what about nutrition? Of course nutrition matters. You can't live on Skittles and coffee and expect to feel great forever. Your body does need nutrients, protein, fiber, healthy fats, vitamins, minerals, hydration, all the basics. We need those things not just to survive, but to feel good, to have energy, support our mood, build muscle, regulate hormones, and repair tissues. But saying nutrition matters doesn't mean you have to obsess over every single bite. It doesn't mean you need to track, log, weigh, or justify everything you eat, and it doesn't mean your meals have to be perfect to be valid. You can care about nutrition without turning it into a personality trait. You can make choices that nourish your body and leave room for joy, pleasure, convenience, or cultural connection. You can eat vegetables and enjoy fast food. You can prioritize protein and still eat the damn cake. You can love learning about micronutrients and also eat something just because it brings you comfort. Nutrition is a tool. It's support. It's not a moral compass. And obsessing over it can backfire. Restriction, fear, and rigid rules can do more damage than a cheeseburger ever could. That's not health. That's stress with a wellness filter. You're allowed to care about nutrition without turning it into another reason to feel ashamed. So instead of asking, is this food good or bad? Ask, what do I need right now? And how can food support that? This is where the real magic happens. So tell me in the comments, tell me about a time a so-called unhealthy food actually supported your health, your mental state, or your well-being. Let's normalize it. Let's talk about it. Let's give ourselves permission to be whole humans and not food robots on restrictive autopilot. If you've ever felt guilty for eating fast food, if you've cried in your car with a burger and a side of shame, if you've believed you've ruined everything because you skipped meal prep, let me say this as clearly as I can. You didn't ruin anything. You are not broken. You are not lazy. You are doing what you need to do to survive. And sometimes food is part of that survival. All foods fit, and you fit too. Because real health isn't about earning your worth through food or fixing yourself through restriction. It's about learning to trust your body again. It's about listening without judgment. It's about reconnecting your mind and your body so they're not fighting each other, but working together. That's what it means to unveil the beautiful beast within you.